Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today our yoga for flexibility practice is going to focus on the lower body and specifically the hips and the hamstrings. So find just a little bit of space to move. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. All right, you guys, so let's begin today in butterfly. So you can bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide. And you can kind of play with how far your feet are away from your hips. But I want you to feel some love through those hips. So again, play with where you need your feet to be. Ideally, having a nice long spine. So the further the feet are, the more you might be able to sit nice and tall. And the more openness you have to those hips, the closer the heels might be. But if you're able, if you like how it feels to tip forwards, you can add a forward fold to your butterfly. And just kind of tipping as far as your body will allow you to go instead of pulling yourself down, hanging onto your feet. And letting your eyes just close if you haven't already. And finding your breath. And if you're tipping forward a little bit, just use an inhale to come back up. Nice long spine. We're just going to slide our right leg out and move the left foot to the inner thigh. So make sure your right leg's coming straight out in front of you. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. You can stay here sitting tall, maybe flexing that foot. And if you want more, exhale, tip forwards. And again, just kind of tipping as far as your body allows you to go without really pulling yourself down. Nice job, you guys. Using an inhale. If you're tipping forwards, lift yourself back up. We're coming back into our butterfly. So you might want to adjust where your feet were. How big that diamond was, how small that diamond was, or you might want to take the exact same position. But take an inhale, lengthen, and exhale, tip forwards. See if this feels a little different, feels the exact same. Just relax your shoulders. Close your eyes, just breathe. Awesome job, you guys. Using an inhale, lifting yourself back up. Now the left leg will just slide out long, moving the right foot to the inner thigh. Start to flex that foot, maybe point your toes straight up. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Awesome work, you guys. Using an inhale, let's start to lift all the way back up. You can bring your left leg in. We're not going to come into another butterfly, but if you need to do a little rock side to side, go for it. And then we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So just turn over onto your hands and knees, and let's bring our right foot forwards for a nice low lunge. So untuck those back toes, find that top of that foot. Let's get into that left hip flexor. You might even want to rock a little side to side if you want a little more, or you want to find that hip flexor. And then just check, see if you can bring your front knee over top of your front ankle so you're nice and balanced. Nice, you guys. Okay, so stay for another inhale here in the lunge. And as you exhale, just start to send your hips back, half splits. So straightening that leg, you can lift the toes off the mat, get that hamstring stretch. Take another breath in and out. And then inhale back into your lunge. So just kind of rocking forwards. Find that hip flexor. Relax. One more inhale. And exhale. Send the hips back just enough to straighten or find some length through that front leg. Nice, you guys. One more full breath here. And using an inhale, coming back into that lunge. Awesome, you guys. Maybe the hips can come just a little further forwards. One more breath in. And out. Send the hips back. Last half split. Maybe drop the chest if you want a little more. Nice, you guys. Use an inhale, bringing yourself forwards again into your lunge. And we're just going to tuck our back toes. And I kind of want you to pop up onto your back foot. So we're going to end up standing. So you can just pop up onto that back foot. Give it a try. If you need to come all the way up to standing, you can come all the way up to standing. But we're folding forwards over that front leg. And we're just here for a moment. Still getting into that hamstring. Nice work, you guys. So good. All right. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, can we gently bring our knee back down onto the mat? And are we in that lunge again? Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, just start to send that right knee back. So you're on your hands and your knees. Shake those hips side to side if you need to. And we'll send the left foot forwards, setting up our lunge on the other side. So weird transitions. If I lost you, regroup. Set up your lunge with the left leg forwards. Remember, top of that foot is down. Untuck those toes. Try to stack your knee right over your ankle. If you need a little more, feel free to rock side to side just a little bit. Really deepens the stretch. Nice job, you guys. All right, take another inhale. And an exhale. Send the hips back. Find that hamstring. So good. One more full breath. And inhale. And exhale. And then use an inhale. Coming back into the lunge. Finding that right hip this time. Notice if this side feels a little different, better, worse than the other side. And one more inhale. And exhale. Send those hips back. Nice job, you guys. Take another breath here. And using an inhale, gently coming forwards. Find that lunge. Maybe the hips are coming a little further forwards. Awesome job. One more inhale. And an exhale. Send it back. Last one. Half split. Nice job, you guys. Using an inhale when you're ready, sending the hips forwards again for that lunge. Can we tuck our back toes and gracefully pop up onto that back foot? Remember, you can stand all the way up if you need to regroup. Both of our legs are fairly straight. We're still trying to get that hamstring stretch for that front leg. Folding forwards, any amount. Nice work, you guys. Can we gracefully lower our back knee down into the lunge? Untuck those back toes, sink into it. One more inhale and exhale. Let's send that left foot back onto your hands and knees, tabletop position, and then let's bring our knees out nice and wide, child's pose. You can keep your big toes together, or you can bring your feet wider if you want a little more, but we're still sending our hips back towards our heels. Somewhere here, guys, using an inhale, just lifting yourself back up onto your hands and knees again. So walking your knees in, we're going to slide our right leg forwards and set up pigeon. So lay your shin down, keep that back leg out long behind you. Take an inhale, lift your chest. And if you want to tip forward, lower the chest down as you exhale. Feeling those all through that front leg, that outer right hip. Ideally resting your head on something if you're folding, just to take the weight out of the neck, out of the shoulders. Nice job, you guys. If you're folding, using an inhale, start to lift your chest. Exhale, soften your shoulders. We're just going to switch sides. So you can either push yourself back onto your hands and knees to switch. I'm just going to roll to the right a little bit to swing my left leg forwards and switch that way. So laying that shin down, take an inhale, lift your chest. Stay here or exhale and tip forwards. Nice, Ricky, guys. Using an inhale when you're ready. Starting to lift the chest again. And we can either send our back leg forwards or push yourself back onto your hands and knees. But we're going to come all the way up to standing. So again, however you can gracefully do that. Lift yourself all the way back up onto your feet. And I want you to bring your feet out wide, nice and wide, and bring your hands, just rest them on your knees, on your quads, and then sink into those hips. So kind of rock side to side a little bit here. Sink into those hips. I want this to be a hip opener instead of strong quad strengthening pose that goddess is. I want you just to Maybe even tip forward, drop the chest. I feel this more when I rock side to side a little bit. And just kind of sending the knees open, but just very gentle. Very gentle. Awesome, you guys. You feel that? Let me know. I hope so. And then using an inhale, we're just going to come all the way back up to standing. Turn your toes to point forwards, hands to your hips. Inhale. And exhale. Tip forwards. Fold as far as you need to start to feel a stretch those hamstrings. You might want to turn your toes in a little more. Maybe your hands can rest on the outside of your calves or your feet or the floor beneath you, but just fold. Feel that stretch to the back of your legs. Awesome, you guys. Using an inhale, lift yourself all the way back up. You can step your feet back in, bending your knees as gracefully as you can. Have a seat. Have a seat, and let's finish off with one last butterfly. Soles of the feet together. Maybe your hands are resting on your knees. Close your eyes, but take an inhale and lengthen your spine. And if you want to exhale and tip forward, go for it. Nice work, you guys. Using an inhale if you're tipping forwards. Come back up. Keep your eyes closed though, and just bring your hands together in front of your heart. Soften through your shoulders. I hope that you enjoyed the practice and you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here and for joining me. And until next time, namaste.